Check this out. Elevate. Right. Left. Back. Forward. Right. It's so cool. Welcome back to the Sail VR Devlog. My name's Garrett. I'm the developer and creator of Sail, the open world VR pirate game, and this is a weekly devlog where I give you all the latest and greatest news on Sail, the development progress, and today I actually have a few things to demo to you guys on recent development things that we've been working on. So let's jump straight in. Okay, I'm realizing right about now that not all of you know what Sail is. So if you don't know what Sail is an open world VR pirate game for the Oculus Quest. There's a proof of concept available on AppLab and SideQuest for you to try out, so definitely go check that out and download it and let me know what you think. Alright, back to the devlog. You may notice that I'm not in my customary office. That's because my wife and I are in the process of moving, and hopefully soon I'll be able to start working on my dream office, but for now I'm recording these videos in my childhood bedroom, which is exactly the way I left it, so that's awesome. Anyway, back to the important stuff. Now, I'm super excited about this next part because I finally get to announce one of the features that I've been super excited to talk about but haven't been able to, and we call it the bounty system. Now, the bounty system is a very simple mechanic that we've implemented in the game to help the player experience one of the core characteristics of being a pirate, and that is taking risks. Pirates took risks, and by taking risks, they would come off with huge rewards. And so we've decided to program risk and reward into our game. And the way that we've gone about doing that is what we call the bounty system. Now, the bounty system is a very simple mechanic. What it does is it takes the worth of the player by summing up a few things, such as their player stats, their treasure worth, and a couple of other things, and uses that to calculate what kind of enemies should be spawned in their gameplay and how frequently they should be spawned. So what does that look like? Here's a quick demo showing what it looks like. So here we go. Now you can see the player pocketing coins and their worth going up. Once they get to a certain level of worth, a small enemy spawns. But because they don't have very much, the enemy that will spawn isn't very hard to kill. It's just a one-shot. Now, let's say you have a ton of money, and you pass a certain threshold. Now, you have extremely difficult enemies spawning that are a lot harder to kill, and there's a lot more of them. And they'll spawn at a much higher frequency. And that's the basic idea behind the whole bounty system. This demo also shows off another thing that we've started working on, which is the enemy AI. Obviously, these are just placeholders for now, but we've started designing and implementing and programming the AI that's going to be in Sail, so that's something you guys can look forward to. They'll be a little bit more difficult to kill than these guys are, and there'll obviously be some swordplay involved, but just know that we are working on AI, and these things are all starting to come together. Obviously, we're gonna have to work this out to make sure that the player isn't just swarmed every time they have a ton of treasure on them, but the mechanic is basically working. The idea being that the more you're worth, the more you better be ready to run because someone else is coming for your treasure. Anyway, let me know what you think about the bounty system down in the comments below. Voice commands. If you didn't notice from the intro, they're working. And they're working really well. It's a super cool mechanic, guys, but unfortunately, in order to implement voice commands, it's just going to cost us way too much. The reason that it's going to cost us so much is we've had to code all of this from scratch, which means I have to pay all my developers that time to develop it from scratch. And on top of that, in order to get it working on the Oculus Quest, we're going to have to use a cloud service. And the cloud service that we're looking into, which is a Google API, is pretty expensive every month. It would probably be around $1,000 a month to implement voice commands. And I decided that instead of using that $1,000 a month towards voice commands, I should probably be paying for multiplayer servers. So I made an executive decision to take the money that we would have put towards developing voice commands and also paying for the voice command API and put that money to good use in developing multiplayer and paying for multiplayer services. I think I speak for the whole community when I say that multiplayer is way more important than voice commands. What do you guys think? It is a possibility in the future, so you know, if Sail blows up and we just have infinite funds to use however we wish, we might throw in voice commands to make it a more immersive experience. So definitely not a dead feature, but for now, we're putting it on the back burner because it's not priority. I'm super excited about the development progress that we've made on Sail. It's so cool to see stuff actually coming together. And now that we've got the development team working full time on it, things are coming along really fast. And that means that really soon we're gonna need beta testers to test this out and help us perfect these systems to get them ready for a launch. So if you're not a part of the Discord, I highly recommend joining up because that's where I'm gonna be getting my beta testers. And so if you're not a part of the Discord, go join and make sure you get yourself the ship testing role because those are the ones I'm gonna be pushing out beta builds to. Another thing I forgot to mention during the first part of this devlog is that I had a chance to go to Oculus Launch Pad Bootcamp this weekend. It was a ton of fun. Oculus shared some really great resources with all of us, and I was super excited to have the opportunity to do that. So thanks again to Oculus for letting me be a part of the Launchpad program, and I'm super excited to see what all of the teams come up with from Launchpad. That's all for this week's devlog. If you haven't seen my video where I talked about the progress that we've made on sale, you should definitely go check it out because that really shows like how far we've come and how far we're gonna go in another year. So if you haven't seen that one already, definitely go check it out. And I'll be back next week with another devlog. So I'll see you next week. Have a good one.